Okay, good day, folks. We are March 15th. Going to talk today about swarm trapping and what you need to set up swarm traps. So we are getting close to swarm season here in southwest Missouri. We're starting to see some dandelions popping out in the yards and stuff. So for us, that's going to be close to the start of swarm season. Particularly here, probably in about 2 weeks, we're probably going to start seeing them. So it's going to be a little bit early for us this year, but it's time to get prepared and start setting out your swarm traps, just in case we get any early ones. So what the first thing you're going to need is a couple nuke boxes or a single deep box. The bees are looking for basically that size of a cavity to move into that's going to mimic a hole in the tree. So I've got these 5x5 boxes that I put together, and I'll use that for a trap, or if you only have a single deep, that's fine too. One of the best methods for a lure is if you have some old comb. If you have comb that's kind of stained brown, that's a couple years old, that's much better. If all you have like this is just a brand new foundation, got some mud dauber nests on there I'll knock off, but if that's all you got is a new foundation, go ahead and use that. But preferably, if you can put 2 to 3 frames of old comb into your swarm trap, that's really going to help lure. And the bees like to go to a place that's has that lived-in smell, lived-in feeling. So propolis is good. Old wax, really good. The other thing I use is lemongrass oil. You can get that at most big box stores, Target, Walmart, etc. I put that in a small spray bottle so I can squirt it inside the box. So what I'll do is I'll take my spray bottle, I'll do a couple squirts up here on the top of this bottom box, and then on the entrance I'll do a couple squirts as well. You don't want to overdo it, because to a bee that's pretty intense aroma, but that lemongrass oil smell, that kind of mimics the natural pheromones that the swarm gives off. So what I'll do is I'll leave the drawn frames in the bottom. Put that box there on top like that. I'll put a ratchet strap around that, and I've also built this hive stand, which that's going to be, let me do this one-handed here. So that hive stand there, it's about 2 feet by 2 feet. Got some wood screws in there that I screw that to a tree. And I'll put that hive stand about 6 feet up in the air. So the top of this is going to be about head height, about 6 feet. I don't like doing much more than that, because obviously if you catch a swarm in there and you don't move them quick enough, that's going to be a lot of weight to take down. In theory, you could put this 15 feet up in the tree, but obviously you got to be able to get it down. So if you got an old deer stand, obviously you can use that. I would recommend at least 4 feet off the ground. I would not recommend putting a swarm trap directly on the ground. The bees want to be kind of up in the air a little bit. Obviously they like higher, but you know, carrying 40 or 50 pounds down from 15 or 20 feet in the air isn't always the best. So those are some of the things I'm going to use. Once I put this stand into the tree, I'm going to use the ratchet straps around the box, and then I'll strap that around the tree just so the wind doesn't blow it around. So I'll have 2 ratchet straps there holding it together. That works out great. As far as locations for your swarm traps, the best thing you can do is try to find the edge of a wood line, edge of a field, something like that. That's going to give the bees direction. It's going to help them find your swarm trap a little bit easier. You don't want it in the middle of a 40-acre woodlot. Chances of them finding it are not very good. If you have on the edge of the field, they're going to be out there foraging anyways. They're going to smell that swarm lure, and they're going to want to go in and investigate and see what's going on. So those are some recommendations. Obviously, the more traps you set out, the better your opportunity to have. It's just like fishing in a pond, right? You got to have lots of lures out there. You don't necessarily know what the fish are going to bite, but you throw enough of them out there, you have a much better opportunity. And obviously, with the lemongrass and stuff, you know, depending on how long your traps are out, you may have to refresh the scent every couple weeks. And you know, I would at least check your swarm traps once a week. Anywhere in this part of the state, southwest Missouri, you know, swarm season is generally going to start about the 1st of April, and probably the very end of May would be probably your latest swarms. And after that, you can probably pretty much take them down, because nothing's really going to be swarming after that. They're going to be more focused on bringing in honey and that sort of thing. So hope that helps folks get things set up and start thinking about swarm trapping season. Because like I said, here in this part of the state, it's getting pretty close. I have seen some reports on Facebook and stuff where down in the Boot Heel of Missouri, they're already seeing a few swarms. And I have seen posts in central Arkansas of that as well. So it's kind of happened in the region. Our spring here is about 3 weeks early this year, so swarm season is going to be earlier for us here, so try to be prepared. Until the next video, I'll catch you later.